Hey everybody, I'm Practical Guitarist Land. It's Jim. And today we are going to see something a little different. So I bought this today and I'm going to kind of do an unboxing of something that's already been unboxed. So what happened was, I'm not taking this off the box for a couple of apparent reasons. So I bought a Les Paul. And hopefully this will come in right. And if it's left, right, left, that kind of sucks. But, so, I bought a Les Paul. And as you can see right here, right, it says it's a 50's Heritage Cherry Standard. This is the box it came in. So, you got pallet number and shipping information and all that stuff. So as many of you have heard on the podcast, or had heard on the podcast, the reason that was so light is because there's nothing in it, by the way. If you heard on the podcast, I saw it and I knew it was a one-off. So I said, oh, I gotta get my hands on it because it's not the color that they might think it is. So then, I went into work today, and as David had warned me, Gibson might try to pull it out of the wild. But they said, well, if a customer buys it, then there's nothing we can do. So I said, well, and they said, well, the customer's got it on layaway, so there's not, you know. And they said, well, we're going to look into seeing what it is. And I was like, I'm getting this thing just in case. So, here it is. Here's the case. Standard leather, I'm sure hard cardboard on the inside or whatever. Gibson case. And I will open it down here. You guys have seen 100 cases and 100 piles of Gibson candy. But this is what you haven't seen. So there it is. Now, I'm going to turn it slowly. What you can kind of tell as you look at it is there is no burst. And if that's Heritage Cherry, I'm a monkey's uncle. So if you look at the edges, you'll see that there's no burst at all. And even the Gibson wrap, the only way it looks like it's burst, see how it looks darker because that's the figured top casting a shadow. But if you look at, I've got a light over here that's keeping it in, and this full light, you can see that there's no darkness to the edges. Okay, so standard, Les Paul standard. It's got the regular Grover tuners and the cool looking tuning pegs. No push-pull knobs. It's the standard old knobs with the little chicken feet that come out and tell you where you're turned to. So this is so far one of a kind. That's from what I saw and what the Gibson rep had told me. So what does that mean? It means I took no chances. I got everything together and I brought this home because I was not going to let it sit and possibly somebody say, hey, you know, kind of screwed up. We'll give you a nice standard and maybe a little discount for. But here was the thing, and this is where it kind of gets funky. So Gibson doesn't want a bad reputation, obviously. And the problem is they can do everything right and people still see it as wrong. And the problem with that is, you know, some folks would see this and think, oh man, what a find, that's gorgeous. And then there's always the people who go, oh man, see, that's the problem, man. They can't do nothing right. That was supposed to be Heritage Cherry, and blah, blah, blah. So I wasn't even sure I should do this video and share it with you, because I'm not being negative. I'm being positive. Matter of fact, I can't be more positive. This thing is absolutely beautiful. And right down to everything, down to the binding, you know, no overspray. Everything is smooth, silky feel, you know, the beautiful sticker that says peel off that I still haven't taken off my SG. See it over there? See the sticker? But you can't find this. I mean, look at the figuring. Look at the book matching. Look at the tiger in those stripes. It's just incredible. And the figure in it. Look at how deep that is. And the back. You know, you'd be hard pressed to figure out where the separations in the wood are, if there is any. Because I've had one already that had no separations in the wood. So this is just a stellar piece. And it's got it's just beautiful. The only thing it doesn't have, and I wish it had, is locking tuners. And I can always pull these tuners off, put them in a bag, and put locking tuners on it without causing any problem, but it's not going to happen. So, yeah, this is my one of a kind Gibson Les Paul Standard, 1950s. It smells like candy. Anyway, this has been Jim, and I've been your practical guitarist.